Hello, everyone. Today is a pretty monumentous day. For sure. Let me get everything set up. And we'll get started. We will have to wait a little bit. Something while I was letting things go AFK. Seems like the dark matter residue kind of backed up. So that kind of slowed things down, but I went in for a second and fixed everything, but we're still not that far from being done. Let's get our... Well, hold on. Let me get everything mic check. Alright, sounds good. We're in a very loud area, but this is great. Grand, even. Hold on, I got one more thing to do. He's not on. Dang it. I was hoping Great Red would be here for this. Oh well. I'm still gonna send it to him. Maybe he'll show up. I know he's probably super busy with his studies and... Oh, you stupid fuck. Oh, you stupid thing. Oh, you're stupid everything. What? Knock things over. I was. I'm not now. That's right, you better run. That was the lady. I'm messing with her. Okay, where were we? Let's see what we got here. Idle. Why are you idle? How do you not have enough of those? We got like tons of those pumping out. There we go. We're almost there. 10 more? 50, 100, 150, almost at 200. Oh, what is this at? Once those are done, I think we'll take the sloops and throw them over here into this one so it can make what it needs. You're just not using as much dark matter crystals as expected, huh? You're doing fine. You're using all the dark matter crystals. Barely. Maybe what we need to do is split the dark matter crystals so they're always pumping, yeah? Let's do that, because we're probably creating more. I'm not even creating more, just, yeah, making more than we need. So, awesome sync. There's gotta be a power pole somewhere I can use, right? There we go. And that'll help. Those are still pumping out great. Still got plenty. I mean, what should we do while we wait? This only needs 5 more. Let's help it. Let's help it pump out the rest. We do the same with this one. Looks like it. Might as well. What to do, what to do. 5 per minute. Question is what game do we play next? 3 more. I guess we could get rid of some of the junk we have. There we go. Hello, Koi. We're probably minutes away from beating the game. And I don't know how I feel about it. We've spent almost 200 hours. Some of that was going AFK, but not much of it. So, why are you idle? You're constructing now. Okay. So the iron plates. Oh, if it's moving 100 at a time, it needs to be Mark II. There we go. There we go. My bad. Thinking Expedition 33. Honestly, I've heard great things about it. I've never played it. I love turn-based games. And people say it's great, so why not? 50, 100, 150, 200. There's our 200 ballistic missiles. We can get rid of this and go back down to 1. Here we go, now we're making 20. Ooh, that's making so much more dark matter residue. That's gonna screw us up. Since that's doing that, we can turn this guy off. That 500 per minute dark matter residue is really gonna... You freaking tired? Yeah, that's cool, man. Just let it play in the background, you know, that's fine. Just let my voice ease you to sleep. Go to sleep, Koi. 50, 100, 150, 200. We only need 56 more. And what are we making? 20 per minute? So we'll get that pretty quick. Since we're making so much, I'm sure I can comfortably just flush the full network. Because it's just going to fill it right back up itself anyways. You're welcome. Oh, I know what you need. You need the Mr. Sandman song, sung by Imperfect Cell. Ba 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 ba. Mr. Sandman. Hello, friend. Oh God, please no. Oh, but it's so great. Oh, so creepy. You know, Cell was already creepy himself, but Team 4-Star just took him over the edge. That was just so perfect. Luckily, we're making enough excited photonic matter. We're worried about what that would be, but that's so easy to make. It's like the easiest thing to make. Look, I'm making 500. Look at that power fluctuation though. But like, you don't have to add anything. It just makes it. If we had 2 summer sloops, I can make 1,000. I think the best thing that I did was make that rocket factory. Oh yeah, look at those spikes. Because there's my maximum power. There's where I'm at. Nowhere near. I'm spiking at what, 59? Yeah. I've barely... Watch some Devil Artemis clips. Basically Perfect Cell at full meme capacity with Kermit the Frog for some reason. Oh, is that where is that the one where like Kermit the Frog is setting him up with fights? Like Kermit the Frog is his like agent? So I think I know which one you're talking about. $56, almost there. Yep, yeah, I've seen some of those. Those are so great. That was so great. Guess what I could do? I got a lot of wood on me. Which one of y'all is wood? You're leaves. That means you're wood. Yeah, I got this guy going, making this stuff, which was quite easy, wasn't anything. It's funny though, I tried so hard to be as neat as possible, and then this happened. And it's the most chaotically neat thing that I've ever made. We can kind of get rid of that, don't need it. I do need it. That was my aluminum. What have I done? Oh well. I can fix that. See? Most chaotic thing I've ever done. Oh, good job. I'm neat, said the grease-stained mechanic in the mechanized wasteland he created. Yeah. Well, when you look at everything else that I did, it was organized. It was neat. It was structured. Like this. Organized, neat, structured. Has, you know, a system to it. Right? And then we go to the steel. Let's go to the steel. Check that out. Right? Even more organized, even more neat, even more structured. Beautiful. Right? Go to the rocket factory and that thing looks even more gorgeous. Look at this guy. All these beautiful belts. Neat, organized, structured. Coming in here. It's nice. Beautiful. Nice, neat, beautiful, organized. I'm running out of fuel. Hold on. And then we come to this thing. Just... yeah. It's not spaghetti, but it got pretty darn close. I need to fix this. I need to fix my screw up that I did here. Should be easy though. Drone port right. Rotate. And then drone. Alright, what's this place called? Our land. We need you to go to Aluminum Mountain. Well, the problem is you don't have fuel. That's the problem. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. No, you don't have power. But right now you don't have any fuel. Oh, I gotta manually load all these because I screwed up. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, we can fix the fuel problem.
Thank you for purchasing a license for these Fix-It Awesome Shop products.
Okay, let's see. I think we might be done. $239. We're getting there. How are we doing here? Seem to be doing fine. Is it idle because the pipes are full? Because we can flush them. Damn, that spikes up to like 26,000 megawatts of power. That's insane. I also thought about doing Elden Ring. I don't know. There's a lot of things I could do. I was getting a lot of tickets there for a second. As long as we're getting everything for this, that's all that matters, really. Which we are. We're getting everything for it. Souls games usually take a while to get used to if you aren't ready for them. But don't you know, I'm ready for everything. Not really, but you know. Maybe once we're done, we'll go through a whole tour of everything we've done. 50, 100, 255, 256, that's everything. $257. We have everything we need. $200 hours, just about. Never thought it'd come to, I almost didn't think I'd make it, you know? Phase 4? That was tough. There was a moment in there where I thought about giving up, but I didn't. 50 of those and 50 of those. That's it. Now we seal it. Well, if they do an update and add phase 6, we'll be ready for it.
Unsurprisingly, here's another presentation, but don't worry, I have improved it. This last delivery will be the most important action you have ever taken. Perhaps you want to take a moment to contemplate the gravity of your achievements. Alright, that's enough. This is the end of the Save the Day program. All you need to do is wait for the automated Phase 5 construction to complete. Simply throw the lever and further instructions will be supplied when relevant.
Well, that was a pretty quick ending. Basically got to the point. It was the longest pause she's ever given us, though. Even with the micro break. Remember the first picture I sent you when I finally bought and played Elden Ring, pulling a mark? Yeah. Yeah, you did. I guess it's time to pull this. But you know, there are other things I could do. Nah, there's really no point. All I gotta do is pull the lever. But I never messed with nuclear power. That's something that I could do. But I have more than enough power. It's not really that necessary. But there are some things that I never actually automated. But they weren't very necessary. I never even did homing missiles. Homing shots like I wanted to. But it's pointless at this point. So many things to reflect on. All the building I did. All the time spent. The hours. All leading up to this one moment. And all I have to do is pull the lever. Just like that movie. With the guy who turns into a llama. And they say pull the lever, punk. That's all I have to do. Alright, I'm done with that bit. Oh, we gotta watch it. Complete phase 5 of the space elevator and finish the game. Of course, it's like a cloudy day. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not
Phase
done with
5
the bit.
completed. Return to the space elevator after the resources have been processed and added to project assembly. Launch can then be initiated from there. While waiting, please do not break anything. Solve any issues immediately and efficiently. Ensure
Get up
your
high.
power network is stable. Perhaps it is best if you do not touch anything at all. And stay close to the space elevator. This will only take a moment.
Did you do the thing? Do I have to actually stay close to the space elevator? How mad would you be if I, like, broke the space elevator? What is this? Current instruction. Check oil. Wipe windows. Windows wiped. Set fuel injection to level 5. Check. Activate bus B1. B1. Check. Set lift stabilizer to 9. Left stabilizer. 9. Set right stabilizer to 4. Stabilizer set. Turn gyroscopic balancer X on. Turn gyroscopic balancer Y on. Turn on heated seats. Seats heated. Turning Z on. Finalizing preparations. Are we doing cutscene? Oh, it's another level. It's another lever. Koi, should we do the bit again? Do we want to do the bit again? Where we sit here and ponder and think about whether we actually want to pull the lever. And just think about it. And then not pull the lever and talk about our accomplishes through this whole thing. No, we'll just pull the lever. Let's launch. I can't see nothing.
Initiating
okay, good.
project assembly.
Thank God.
Assembly. Attaching cargo to main body. Leveling inner and outer rings. Attaching propulsion to main body. Fuel lines connected. Attaching control center to main body. Running systems check. All systems online. Releasing propulsion cage.
The intense music is really setting the mood.
Releasing clamps. Running pre-launch checks and calculating flight path. Locking in cargo. Launching T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff.
3, 2, 1. She got impatient. So why did I start at 10? Ooh, what is that? I've honestly never seen the ending. I didn't want to spoil it for myself. Are those ballistic warp drives that look like missiles? Oh. Guan. Ooh. Do I get to come too? We did it.
Connection with QAR-437 nucleus established and stable. Dispersion initiated. Reinstancing master nucleus to QAR-436 Akicha, B1. Hello, this is Ada, your new local instance of Ada. On behalf of Ada, myself, and all of Fixit, I want to congratulate you on saving the day. Every single kitten and puppy would thank you if they could.
Yay!
You have proven yourself to be a worthwhile and productive member of the human race, and have
Damn
contributed
straight.
something to this universe that will forever change it. Thanks to your achievements, the next generation of pioneers can now take to the stars and construct, automate, explore and exploit, alongside me. Additionally, you have been promoted to local production manager, effective immediately.
I thought I was going to be rewarded with a pizza party.
May be complete, but your duties to Fixit remain. With your help, Fixit continues to make the universe a better place. Stay efficient. Stay with Fixit.
Oh, what a great, painful game. It's a hard thing to describe, this game. Is it fun? Yes. Is it mentally draining? Yes. Do you feel like a masochist? Yes, because you're torturing yourself through this entire game. But it's fun. It's enjoyable. Sitting there and thinking how you want each factory to build, learning throughout the playthrough, learning that every step you make can be a big mistake. I'll take your word for it. Look, it only took me 200 hours to beat it. But yeah, every step you take, every little constructor, smelter, manufacturer, everything you place can be a huge success or a huge mistake. Learning that whatever you built probably wasn't enough. Learning that what you built is probably going to get in your own way, even though you thought it was a good idea. Having to rebuild, reconstruct. Building something thinking it's a great plan for it to turn out to be a terrible plan and having to redo it. I probably don't make it sound that great, but it really is. Because it really makes you think of everything. You know, paying attention to belt lines, putting the right belts down so everything runs smoothly. It's funny how the game works too. Like, it can build up to a point where you get so used to belts and you can either clock them to be perfect or you can set them to just overflow and let it run however. Let it stutter, let it back up the miner. And then you get to fluids and you learn you can't really do that. Especially when you have things that have a byproduct of fluid. You can't just overflow fluid pipes that well. It backs everything up and then everything shuts down. It's a lot. It really is. Oh, I could still move around while this? Yeah, that's awesome. It's funny. The end part wasn't that hard. It really wasn't. It wasn't anything crazy. Nothing crazy at all. But man, there's so much I would do differently. Than my first playthrough. Let me get these. So much that could have been done differently that I kind of wish I did. Yeah, once those fly in, I want to see how much tickets those extras give me. I think they're flying in right now. Oh, wow. Okay. So if I need fix-it tickets, that's how I do it. I feed that fucker and those fuckers in there. Wow. Yeah, this was a fantastic ride, for sure. You know what? Let's do a little base tour. Show my adventure from the beginning to end. Right? And of course, it all starting in the grasslands with the iron production, minus this little guy right here. But from all these guys, all that just to make nice little smart plate. Oh, I got 2 smart platings right there I could have taken. Oh well. Smart plating, modular frames, reinforced iron plates and rotors, and then the main 3, which I think that needs to be upgraded. No, it doesn't. It's good. All right. And then something that I never done on my free play was iron rebar. Also something that I learned along the way is putting the miners on top of the floor, making things look a lot neater and run a lot smoother. I like my little temporary build I got here for slugs and meat. Yep. I'm always proud of these. And then the doggos. The doggos are also a great part. Who do we have here? King Crab. Krabby Patty. And wow, Crawdaddy with a purple power slug. Thanks, little buddy. And what was next? Ah, steel. Steel was next. Steel basically brings what you make in iron, really makes you work for it with the combination of iron and coal to make steel, which scientifically makes no sense, right? Most important aspect of it being an alternate recipe where you take coal and iron ingot instead of coal and iron to make a lot more steel ingots. And we got this is where I started to finally mess with verticality and not just being flat, since we got the copper coming in with the steel and wire. We got the iron working right here, how it worked out so perfectly to be lined up like this. Makes it look fantastic and neat and organized and beautiful. Hey, Oki. Yeah, we did it. We did it. You missed, I think you missed the ending. But yeah, super happy. Such a fun game in its own way. Such a huge brain teaser. I was talking about it earlier. How every little thing you decide could be your downfall. But what did we do next? Phase 3 over here? Right? Yeah. I think all of this right here, including what's down there, was all part of Phase 3. Which this one blew my mind, right? Which maybe there was some alternate recipes that would have made this easier, but heavy modular frames was such a huge leap from everything that I had done so far, you know? Like with the steel, yeah, you had things that needed a few steel things, but heavy modular frames needed iron things, steel things, and, you know, concrete. It needed basically everything that we had already worked on and combining it into one. And luckily I had some alternate recipes, and I'm using so much iron, which I could update this. Because these are Mark II, I could probably slap some Mark IIIs on those. And I could probably use a lot less, especially with the belts. I kind of don't want to, though. I kind of like what we got going here with these. This is where I started to learn that I kind of like belt highways, too, because I think that looks so great. Yeah. For the things to do things, yeah. Then the other part, which before this was a fuel, but the other part was these two pieces. Modular engine. and adaptive control units. Yeah. And why are you backed up, adaptive control units? Shouldn't you be splitting off? Oh well. Not my problem no more. But this was fun. I actually liked Phase 3. It was fun. It wasn't anything too complicated. Like, getting the plastic and rubber here wasn't that big of an issue. It was just, you know, training it here. And once I got plastic here, and I used that quick wire to really help with any kind of wire output, since it's so few Caterium ingots needed to make wire. Like, this pure Caterium node down here is major. Huge for what we needed. Because it fuels so much. Especially down here. I was concerned about making these, but with the plastic we already had coming in and the copper and the quick wire, making computers, high-speed connectors, which I could still split off and store, which I kind of wish I did, and supercomputers, not that bad. Not that bad. Supercomputers going into assembly director systems. I remember first seeing this recipe for assembly director systems and seeing the adaptive control units and going, dear God, what will I do? And then I had the super bright idea of, well, we're already making them. Why not just use them? I know, crazy thought, right? And all we had to do was make enough supercomputers. Oh... Well, let's go see our first fuel plant. First fuel. Well, first generator, I should say. It's none of these. Oh, and then I made this little biofuel packager area, which that has fueled me throughout the whole thing. I loaded it up once with a bunch of wood and leaves, and I never even came close. Oh yes, look at this beauty. I love this so much. This is where I really started to enjoy the game, being able to plan this out, right? Using the coal to run through these, which of course normal coal wouldn't feed this much. Getting those to pump right. But instead of doing just coal, I started doing compacted coal, which was a hoot trying to find the sulfur needed to make the compacted coal. But once I did, it ran great. Let's see. Where to next? Ah. I know where we need to go. Now, I don't know why people hate on biofuel, man. It's like, I know it doesn't have much lift, but if I can just get airborne and enough momentum, I can float as long as I need to. Ah, another beautiful piece of pride right there. Yeah, see, now that I have this speed going, I can just little spurts, just maintain altitude. That's why I like biofuel. Thinking back on it, I could have done rocket fuel if I really wanted to. Kind of wish I did, but oh well. Ah. Yeah, my beautiful fuel power plant, which seems to actually be running much better now. I'm not really seeing any yellow going on. Building these belt lines out. I love these belt lines. I love it. I love seeing the product just flowing. And luckily, my computer can take it. You did see the whole thing, yeah. You saw the trials and tribulations. I am almost tempted to break all this down and fix it with blenders. Yeah, all the generators seem to be running. Nothing seems to be shutting down. I had to fix all that, but yeah. Seeing the belts in the background all lit up. Which even without the blenders, I would do this a little differently too. Oh, there's our little bit of yellow going on here. Oh, it's because we have plastic and stuff backing up. Why do we have plastic and stuff backing up? This stuff shouldn't be backing up at all. Yeah, I remember this was a disgusting mess at one time. And then I fixed it. Yep. Just to make myself a little bit happier knowing that this stuff's all backing up, I'm going to upgrade them to Mark II. Even though I don't need to. Yeah. For some reason it was pausing, and that pause is what was screwing everything up a little bit. I'm gonna do the same here. Do I need to? No. But there's a lot of times I wish I would have stayed here and really perfected it, but you know. Perfect is the enemy of good, as they say. So I left it alone. Right?
Thank you for purchasing a license for these Fix-It Awesome Shop products.
That's just going to help cause less of a backup. There we go. That'll help things flow better. I don't think anything else really needs that much more help. Yeah, any shutdowns I think are caused because of there's just too much going into the belts. There, is that better? Oh, you're supposed to be Mark 3. Oops. Mainly because I just don't want to be done with the game yet. You know, it's the only reason I'm doing this. You know, so much more to talk about, so much more that we could have done. I mean, we didn't even mess with nuclear, you know? I mean, we didn't need to. I mean, this was producing like 40,000 of power, but I'm so glad I came back and cleaned this up because it looked so horrific before. Now it looks neat, clean, organized. I love the nice flowing lines coming down here. Looking fantastic. Yeah. It looks great. Looks beautiful. You still not emptying out fast enough? Do we need to upgrade to Mark 4? No, you're fine. You're not even close. Okay, we're done with this. We're done. Alright, what did we do next? Ah, we gotta go all the way out there, don't we? Yeah, built this whole train station, which helped out a lot. Helped us bring all the plastic we needed. And next is phase 4 stuff. Now phase 4 was tiresome. Phase 4, I understand now why people call it the hardest phase. There's so much that's needed for phase 4. And it really wasn't even like the entirety of phase 4 that was hard. It was like one thing out of all of phase 4 that was hard. Just one. And I think it's back here. Right? We did most of phase 4 in another location, but we had to bring like the final pieces of that phase 4, some of it, over here. Where's that turd at? Yeah. This guy right here. The thermal propulsion rockets, man, I tell you what. I guess we can boost you back up to where you were. And the turbo motors and freaking modular engine wasn't bad, but pressure conversion cubes wasn't bad. It was all just trying to logistics from there, you know? And all of this ending of phase 4 spawned all of this. All of this. Well, not all of it. Most of this, because some of it is phase 5 parts like that guy. But you take that guy off, all of this complication was just all for phase 4. Man, was it a battle. It spawned some really cool stuff with all the belts and everything, though. And it really made it forced me. Okay, the train's coming back. It forced me to utilize trains. It forced me to get out of my comfort zone and build somewhere else, you know? Like, if I could have just cut the map right here and just used this area, I would have. I really would have. But resources running really thin, and I'm glad I separated it, because if I did tried to use all the resources, the resources I needed would not have been available to do all this. Because it's funny how, what is it, the singularity cells or whatever it is? I think it's that guy. He needs iron and concrete. You know? 100 per minute. Or 2. Are you not making 100 per minute? You should be. Oh, that's why. Because he should be making 100 per minute. But if that belt was a Mark 1, that's fine. Yep, okay. I remember you building this, wondering what the hell is wrong with you. Yeah. Are you talking about this guy? The train? Or are you talking about my whole Phase 5 build with the belts and everything, huh? Yeah. Hey, obviously my madness worked. Alright? My madness worked. Is it perfect? No, definitely not. But it worked. Alright, let's go on a train ride, yeah? We're gonna need a duck. I was so worried how I was gonna get stuff over. But belting it over, which is so simple. It's like I could go like over there and around, but why not just go over? The train will fit, why not? Yeah, let's go on a trip. Oh no, I'm gonna have to keep playing this game on my free time. Start over with a new world. Take what I've learned here. Oh yeah, we have our little SAM down there. Making the SAM fluctuators right there. Using some copper over there. We also have our little mini copper thing. Making, you know, basically every piece of copper except for copper powder. Because copper powder is expensive. We have a tiny little quartz thing right there. Making the quartz that we need. That's where I finally started to be smart about my train too. Instead of doing perfectly square lines. Oh, we get to stop at our... No, we'll hit that on the way back. We can still look at it though. This is my pride though. This is my most favorite thing. My rocket factory, which it could have been better. I didn't need this whole metal part. They could have been blenders, but it's fine because I think it looks really cool. I think it looks fantastic. Yeah, that was, it's funny, I wouldn't even say it was hard. It was just complicated. Because the blenders needed like 4 things to work: sulfur, coal, nitrogen gas. But yeah, okay, I remember you calling my, you know, you just couldn't look at that one build that I did. Yeah. Running the train through the terrain. Funny, how many times did I like expand this train? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quite a bit. Yeah. Oh, running around the swamp, that was fun. I wonder if my aluminum place is still running correctly. We're gonna have to go check. I doubt it, but who knows? Waiting on you, aluminum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 5. Setting up everything for the trains, trying to get the train lines to work right and everything. I wonder, did they ever add the new vehicle yet? No, not yet. Oh yeah, and then we got portals. We never messed with those. Singularity cells needed to supply the main portal. Massive drop power. Oh, tree almost took me out. And what do we have next? Probably not going to get off the train. Probably make sure to ride it back, you know? Unfortunately, my headphones died, so I can't hear honk saying that it's about to leave, so... This complicated work. Which really, this wasn't hard. It was split up into 3 parts. You got that part over there, that part there, and then this part up here. You know? Making its own things. Ow. Doing its own. This one was fun to do. Because, again, wasn't hard. It was just a logistical thing. Trying to get everything built in a small area. Getting everything over here. It's funny, like I said, my aluminum over here runs fine. Which the byproduct and the water flowing in is not just fueling that, but it's fueling other stuff too, which could be why it's working better. But that was fun. That was fun to make. See, where could we hop off? We could hop off at our bauxite and just float on over to the aluminum. Yeah, we'll do that. Fun times, fun times. So much of the world untouched. So much of the world that I could have explored. I don't think I ever even scratched the amount of Mercer spheres out there, or even scratched the amount of Sommer sloops and slugs. I remember one area I saw was full of purple slugs, never touched them. Alright, let's see if we can get a good boost thanks to the train. Yep, that's a good boost. Alright, let's float on over to our aluminum, see how it's doing. And that's the last bit. There's a cave under that waterfall. Yep. Oh, just lost all my momentum. Thanks, ground. That's fine. We will get there in no time. I am kind of sad I never messed with nuclear power, though. That would have been... Packaged diluted fuel, yeah. But... yeah, I think nuclear would have been fun. I don't know. Unless there was aluminum involved. Which there might be. I don't know. But yeah, from so much I learned, so much that I would do differently. But I'm mostly happy with everything I made. I understand why when videos I watch they say aluminum is the bane of people's existence. Like, it's such a finicky thing to work with. It needs so many different resources that are not near each other at all. And then you have the whole water byproduct that you have to deal with. Yeah. That's next level annoying. It's like, even though I had all my numbers right, it just never worked properly. I still don't know if it's working properly. It looks like it is, though. Seeing some green. Still not running perfectly, but at least it's still running. Yeah. At least it's still running. Water's still not running, flowing perfectly, but you know, it's better than nothing. Maybe if I put a pump right there, it'll just push it in there like we need. Oh no, let's screw around and see. Pump that water in there. Didn't seem to help at all. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, even though, like, it was logistically complicated, it wasn't anything crazy. It was just getting the right resources here and then running the water up here, which is being a pain. I think what I would do differently for this is have each of these have their own dedicated water source and their own dedicated feedback loop instead of modularly doing it, because I think that's really what screws it up. Is it not being, it's being modular, feeding into each other, which causes a lot of problem. If these two were just connected to each other with their own water source, I feel like it would run a lot better. Yeah, definitely. But let's ride the train back home. Not really, but close to back home. You know, yeah. Oki, you've been there for nearly all of it, huh? When did you join in again? It wasn't from the very beginning, was it? Wasn't I at least in like phase 2? Or was it the fuel that you jumped in at? Can't remember. Alright, train, you're taking forever. But yeah, I think what really pushed me to success, though. Me too. Hey, JT, what's up, man? You missed the ending. If you look, no more objectives. I'm just doing like a final base tour before I end this playthrough. reminiscing on everything I built, all the lessons I learned. But yeah, I think my organization and my power plants really helped me have one less thing to worry about. I never, except in the beginning with like, you know, like biofuel generators, I never had to worry about power at all. The second, like, even when I was only using coal generators, like once I got close to maxing out the power that I was getting from the coal generators, like, by that time I jumped to fuel and then I had 40,000 megawatts of power. And I don't think I ever came real close to that. I think I used about maybe a third of that. Where'd those ballistic? There they are. But after that, skipping turbo fuel and going right to rocket fuel, that's a lot of tickets, especially so late in the game. Yeah. 10 million watts, yeah. But yeah, then once I got to how many do I need for that? 1,000. Jeez, not waiting on that. Once I got to rocket fuel, power was never an issue. And I remember watching videos of them being like, of people being like, but careful, make sure to keep an eye on your power, because all this stuff right here really takes a toll. And I'm just like, cool, when? Which again, could be my minimalist way of doing things. Yeah. Oh yeah, JT, I never got a chance to ask, did you ever try that puzzle thing? The little puzzle videos? But yeah, if I could do it all again, I wish I could skip phase 4. At least that thermal propulsion rockets, hated those. This actually wasn't too bad. I was worried about the excited photonic matter till I learned it didn't need anything. It's just power that it needs. And yeah, that can make that so easy. I wish I could play with this more, because I know I don't have the dark matter residue really tuned down as I should. I mean, I can make as much as I need compared to the reanimated SAM that I'm getting. But I let go AFK and like this guy backed up. Well, it wasn't this guy that backed up. He didn't back up. There was too much dark matter residue in the pipes, stopping everything with the dark matter residue byproduct from producing, which I don't have that problem right now. Right now what I have is not enough dark matter crystals. But still, this part was kind of rushed because I was right there at the end. It's kind of like that sprint to the finish line, you know? I was getting stuff done. I was worried about how Fix-It Triguns would be and getting everything here, but everything that I needed was already being made, so I just had to get it here. I thought, oh man, I thought aluminum was gonna be such a pain, like running a train down here. And then my second brain cell decided to kick in and say, well, what about drones? And that fixed everything. That made the hardest part that was going to be from this fixed. We probably could have made the finish be on the 50th episode, because I probably would have taken a whole episode to get a train line down here. But, you know, hindsight, I got lucky in episode 49. 200 hours in. Oh no. What was your favorite part, JT, Oki? Anyone else watching that's usually here? What was y'all's favorite part that y'all got to watch, that you enjoyed building, watching me build? Oh, and why y'all think about it? I think it's hilarious how much it seems like people are so against sushi lines, but I actually used my sushi lines that I usually use for storage so much here at the end. Like, all of this is coming from my sushi belt, you know? And then we go further down. Oh look, more is being pulled off from my sushi belt. Oh look, even more is being pulled off. Oh look, and we have a ton of stuff coming down here that's also being pulled off of my sushi belt. Drones, boomer noises. My favorite part was when we almost talked you into restart. That was phase 4, man. Phase 4 was a struggle. Oh man, I did not like phase 4. I really didn't. Like, I loved this part. I really do. All these belts coming in, all these different level belts and all that, working that in was fun. I love how they look. I love it better when everything's flowing, but seeing all the product is fine too. But figuring everything out was a pain, man. Having to actually deal with quartz to make crystal oscillators that I've never really made till now. Freaking having to do computers again. Sushi belts, I mean, it's smart splitters, man. It's those smart splitters that made it work for me. If I didn't have smart splitters, they definitely wouldn't have worked, but yeah. The diluted package fuel, that was your favorite? Watching me trying to figure all that out, struggling. But yeah, motors, easy, fine. That was easy to make. Being happy that I can actually use the rubber over there, just belting it here. Modular engine. It was a scary part of having to get fused modular frames, cooling systems, and turbo motors. Well, the fuel. Oh yeah, and then those guys too. What are those? Yeah. Radio control units, electromagnetic controls, all this stuff. This was like, yours gets backed up. Do you have them going into an awesome sync like I do? Because regardless of where the belt is being pulled from, where's my belt? Since I have tons of stuff being made, right, and they come down, got stuff over there being made too, and stuff over there being made. They're all come to the central location, right? This guy is pulling stuff off the sushi belt, and the biggest thing is overflow that center line, you know? You overflow that center line, so even when it fills up like so, the steel pipe will overflow and continue going, you know? And then another thing you got to make sure to do is have it flowing. All these little belts or smart splitters are doing the same thing. It's pulling something in a direction and overflow. Too cheap to waste stuff I made like that. Yeah, I mean, I get it. That's what a central storage is for. If you look underneath, All smart splitters, splitting things off, putting them in storage, and then even when the storage fills up, it's overflowed, so it flows into an awesome sink. Which I gotta link these guys. Maybe I'll feed them on the back end. But yeah, and that causes my sushi belts to never back up. I mean, I got these guys here too, coming to my sushi belts. I even have a drop-off point, so if I ever get random junk that I don't need, yeah, it'll feed in and send it on my belt. Don't I have fix-it tri-guns? Yeah. Oh yeah, I never hooked it up because I did that. Yeah, it works great. The faster the belts, the better too. Yeah. I think I'm one of the few people who actually like make sushi belts work for me, which it helped out a lot, especially for this. I was able to pull so much stuff that I was already making and feed it in here. But you gotta have fast belts, man. You got to. I don't know. Yeah. So my worst part was phase 4. What was y'all's worst part to watch me build? What was just painstaking for you to watch? You still need the sushi belt if you have those teleporting storage things? Yes. Yes, you're talking about the dimensional depots? Yes, because you still need them to feed in here. Because let's say with the heavy modular frames, if I go in here and take heavy modular frames, it's gonna pull it out of this because they're linked together. Yeah. And these only fill so much too, which you can upgrade it. I just never did because it takes so much. What are they called? Mercer spheres? And I still got all these sulfur things to do. Still got the mycelia. I never did that. But yeah, it takes so much. There's 7, 13, 23. Same with this side. But, well, actually, no, you don't need... I mean, it really depends. If you, like... If I did not want my system here to continue to run, I could put a storage on the end of this, right? Instead of a belt. Have this fill up the storage and then put, what the frick are they called again? I always lose them. The dimensional depot on top, so you wouldn't need a sushi belt. It's just the one fun thing about the sushi belt, it keeps your machines running all the time. So you always know, I mean, you can always look and see what your maximum power output is, but yeah. Things are always running, things are always smooth, things are always running great. None of it was hard to watch? Well, that's good to hear. That's good. Trying to draw this out as much as possible. Because that's kind of what sucked about the last episode, is like I was done. I had everything built that I needed to build, and I just had to wait. The only unfortunate part, it was like time to me to get off, and I still had like 2 hours of waiting, you know? But yeah, this was fun. This was lots of fun. But I think the hardest part for this is definitely the dark matter crystals. Because it takes diamond. And it takes so much coal to make one diamond. And I think there's an alternate recipe for it. Oh wow, there's a few. What are they? I wonder if there's a few of these that I could have used. Cloudy diamonds. Okay. Oil-based diamonds, really? No way. Huh. Petroleum coke? That's actually interesting because, you know, if you made a whole fuel that made petroleum coke, pink diamonds, that one doesn't really get you a lot. Turbo diamonds? What? All right, that seems crazy. Turbo diamonds. That seems expensive. Wouldn't it be better just to use oil-based diamonds? Or just use 200 crude oil a minute to make 40 diamonds? So if you had, what was it, fully maxed out pure, you'd have, what is a pure? It's like 600, or is that a normal? Regardless, 600. That would give me 120 per minute compared to what I have now, which is not enough. Yeah, that would have been useful to know. It would have just been harder to get the diamonds here. So I essentially shut off my steel factory to try and get enough diamonds. Yeah. I'm using 1,200 a minute to make 60. So yeah. Knowing that crude oil diamond thing is there now, that would have been super useful in the future. Don't know. Let's discuss games. What do we want to play next? What is out there? Factorio. Expedition 13. Not 13. Expedition 33. I got myself mortuary assistant. We could play some of that. We could I don't know. I just gotta pick a random game and go with it, right? I guess No Man's Sky could be a good one. Play some Battlefield 6. Still gotta buy it though. Ark Survival. Raft. Raft is a little slow though. I feel like Raft would be a hard one to stream by yourself. You know? Yeah. Save the day, probably. I love that. What, how many people have done the save the day? Probably. Oh, I did the gather 100 hard drives from crash sites. That's probably over multiple playthroughs. I have not completed all MAM research trees. Save the day, probably. Only 5% of people. Wow. Reach the maximum world height. Buy the golden nut statue. Only 2% of people have done that. I could do another playthrough of Subnautica. I'm really waiting on Subnautica 2. Hope that comes out. There's Ark Raiders. Now this might be a bit of a hot take. Really don't care for arc raiders. I don't. There's nothing specific I hate about the game. I think it looks nice. I think it plays nice. It's just, what's the end game? Oh, I also got Alien Isolation. I could do Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know. Don't know. Could steal JT's idea before he does it and just start doing puzzles. I got Generation Zero. Never beat that game. Could go through all the Halo games before the new Halo comes out. I have the Hollow Knight stuff. Horizon Forbidden West. Never did a playthrough of that. Inscription's a fun one. Mass Effect. I've never played Mass Effect. That would be a fun one to play. I have that. Pal World. Oh no. There's a lot of games. I might play around with what I have. See what brings people in. See what draws people away. Mainly just going to play games that I want to play and see who wants to join me. But I don't know. Do not know. Oh, there was something I wanted to try. I'll take it from the... Oh, I already took it, didn't I? Yeah. There was something I wanted to try. Where's the Sommer Sloop? Because apparently, if you I put some in here, didn't I? Yeah. No? I need a sloop. We'll take one of yours. But apparently if you feed a summer sloop in there, something happens. Someone said Ada says something. I don't know, let's see. Either she's gonna say something or it's just gonna jam the system. I'll give up a sloop for it. Nope, it just jams the system. Well, give me that back then. Oh well. I was hoping it'd be something funny. How long have we been on? Have we been on for at least an hour? Oh yeah, an hour and a half. But you know what? There's nothing more to do. I mean, there is. We could go nuclear. Don't really need the power though. That'd just be on, you know, for funsies. But now that we've beat the game, there's nothing to do. Wonder how hard would nuclear power be? I know we need uranium, and I know we're gonna have to deal with uranium waste. We got uranium. So we need bauxite for uranium ore. Yeah, okay. Oh, we can make uranium ore, okay, in a converter. That's not necessary. Encased uranium cell. Use the blender. You'll need sulfuric acid, and it also has a byproduct of sulfuric acid. I'm sure there's a blueprint that either gets rid of it or whatever. And then we use those uranium cells with industrial beams and control rods to make a uranium fuel rod. All right. That's not too hard so far. Which probably gives us uranium waste. Yeah. And then we use the uranium waste with a bunch of junk, silica, nitric acid, and sulfuric acid to make non-fissile uranium. And we use non-fissile and waste to make plutonium pellets. Plutonium pellets we combine with concrete. That's not too hard. It's just getting to that part, figuring out inputs, outputs, all of that with the sulfuric acid. To make plutonium cell, and then plutonium cell, that's where things get a little complicated with the heat sinks and more electromagnetic control rods and steel beams. And that gives us plutonium waste, and then we take the plutonium waste with singularity cells, which are kind of complicated, with dark matter residue, which is also kind of complicated, to turn it into fixonium. And at least, and then fixonium, control rods again. You need a lot of control rods. Fixite trigons, photonic matter, which is not hard, to fixonium fuel rods. Oh, and it gives you dark matter residue. Nice. And then you get fixonium fuel rods, which you can burn and not have any waste. So it's kind of complicated. It's a lot. It's a process. Multi-step process for sure. But I think that's it, guys. Oki, JT, everyone else who's been watching, Great Reg, all of y'all, thank you so much. But our journey's not over. Our journey's just going to change. It's going to change its background. It's going to change its look. Maybe sometime in the future, when I have the itch to play this game again, we'll do another Satisfactory playthrough. But we'll go all big and better and more organized and go the I am Kibitz route, yeah? But I appreciate everyone who's come out. If you want to see the next chapter of our YouTube's career... Oh, and the other thing, and I'm going to try... Don't know if my computer and or internet will take it, but the next game that I stream will also be streaming on Kick and Twitch. I'm going to see how that plays out. Because why not, right? Why not? Why not? It'll be fun. But yeah, subscribe if you want to see the next game I play. Don't know what I'm going to play yet. I might draw straws. I'm thinking either Baldur's Gate, Expedition 33, Elden Ring, shit, Kingdom Hearts. Maybe we'll just sit and play some Battlefield 6 for a while, you know? Don't think I'm going to do Arc Raiders, though. Again, spicy opinion. Just don't care for the game. Don't. Maybe all the stuff with Subnautica 2 will finally work itself out and we can play that. Really hoping we do. But that's enough of me rambling. Thank you so much for everybody coming out today and seeing me finish. New save. Saved. kittens and puppies. Save kittens and puppies. It's all thanks to you guys. You guys coming out, supporting me, messing with me, trying to make me restart, helping me as I build, watching what I do so I don't screw stuff up. But yeah, subscribe, watch my other videos, leave a comment on this one after I get off. Tell me what I should play. Maybe I'll put like a vote thing out and see what people select. Thank you so much, guys. Do all the YouTube stuffs. Bye.